Hello all. You can all turn your cameras on if you can. I need to listen to, you can listen. Can you all see me? Good morning, good morning. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Somebody from a different time zone. Welcome. Hello all, I'm Shakira, Big Sis. My character name is Strength. I would like to welcome you all to Nicole, aka Journee's Sip and Chat, discussing life after hurt, the Sister's Tale. We are here to celebrate Nicole's 1 year self-published book anniversary. Everyone give my sis a round of applause. Come on in, Nicole.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to this evening's 1 year book anniversary of Life and Hurt, Sip and Chat. I can't see all of your faces. Well, I see some of y'all faces, but I would love for you guys to turn your cameras on if you can. But thank you so much for joining. I am so excited about this evening, and we are just going to have some fun, some laughter, and enjoy each other's company as we discuss life after hurt, not only for myself, but for each and every one of us. But before we get started, I would love to show you guys a premiere video. So I am going to share my screen and you guys can enjoy the video.
afternoon. Happy Saturday. I am so excited. I am here at the park at the book signing. Today is the official day. I hope you guys come and join me. I'm so excited to see you. And it's a beautiful fall day. You see all the beautiful flowers and the leaves in the back. Y'all, life after hurt. Today is the book signing. Y'all better come, get your cookie, come and take a picture with your girl, and enjoy the nice weather. So I want y'all to see a little bit of what is out here when y'all come. All right, y'all, I don't know how to do this Facebook Live thing. I'm not that good at it. But I'm out here, okay? Washington Park. It's nice. Life after hurt. Y'all come join me. See y'all soon. And take care. Good evening. Happy Wednesday. Today's podcast episode was about Papa Black's injury. And guess who I had on today's podcast? My father. Yes, y'all. I had my father come on episode number 8. And let me tell y'all, it was very interesting. That's all I'm going to say. Wait, what happened?
No, I just pushed start.
So I did all that and it wasn't.
Nope.
Wait, that's
All right. thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the Life After Her podcast and book signing premiere video. So before we get started, I want to do some giveaways, of course. And what is an online party? Hey, family. What's an online party without giving out some prizes? So I am going to turn it over to my sister, Shakira, aka Strength.
Hey, everybody. All right. I got some raffle questions. I hope y'all have y'all answers ready and sharp. Okay. Where was Journee born? You can put your answers in the chat or you can unmute. You can take a guess.
Faith got it. Faith is the winner. She's correct.
Okay, great. All right, next. What was the name of the college Journee attended? Good question. Should we get technical?
Miss Joanne was the first to respond. So Rutgers University is correct. So
we have one more question. All right, y'all. The last and final question. What town did Journee grow up in?
In the book. In the book.
In the book. She's using her references. I know that's right.
You guys are technically correct. I was born in East Orange, but that is not the name of the town I was born in the book. All right, so let's move on, Shakira. We will try to see if they can answer it later. Was there another question?
No, sis, that was the last question.
Okay. All right. So again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for joining. We're just going to have a conversation about Life After Her. And for those of you who did win a prize, you will either receive a Life After Her bookmark or a Life After Her stemless wine glass customized by my sister Shakira, and it has Life After Her, A Sister's Tale written on the wine glass. So I want to make sure to get you your prizes after we are completed with today's session. So we are officially on episode number 40. I can't believe it's been 40 something weeks, but 43, entitled Skate Night. And for those of you who have been reading or have read the book, you know that Skate Night was somewhat of a good and not so good opportunity or event for Journee. She was hanging out with her best friend, Izzy, and she was going through a lot and needed to go somewhere to get her mind off some things. So while it was a fun event, it was an event that really allowed Journee to reflect and talk about and think about what was going on in her personal life with her boyfriend at the time named Case. So I'm going to read an excerpt from my book, and we're going to have a little bit of discussion about that. So here it goes. Something isn't right. I feel Case is up to something, Journee responded. Taking a second to register what she was referring to, Izzy replied, "What do you want to do? I'm down for whatever. I just need proof. I'm tired of the lies and him finessing his way out of his lies. Something is off with my relationship with Case. Journee was standing still in her skates. She was just staring into space, and she had completely and totally blocked out the music where she was in that moment. She knew once and for all, she deserved all the answers she had after everything she felt and what she was feeling in her gut. She did not know what to do. After all, Journee had nothing to lose at that point, and it was time for her to get some answers. All right, now this is a time where you guys have to share your thoughts and unmute yourselves. So, how do you guys think Journee felt in that moment? I would love for you guys to unmute yourselves and respond. How do you think Journee felt in that moment? She was wrestling with the idea of her relationship with Case and all that she went through with him. She's a recent college grad. She doesn't have a job. She's trying to really establish herself, but she's having a lot of relationship issues. So what exactly do you think Journee was feeling in that moment?
Well, I think Journee was feeling a little frustrated. She needed better clarity and better answers, and she wasn't getting what she should have been receiving.
And overwhelmed.
Overwhelmed, frustrated. Okay. Yes, Sister Lynette, hurt and in pain. Yes, absolutely. Journee definitely was feeling all of those feelings. And at some point in our lives, whether it was at work or in our own relationships, we felt frustrated, overwhelmed, hurt, and pain. It was a lot for Journee in that moment. And so that in the ending of the chapter, it got ugly after that. Who knows what? Yes, torn and confused about what to do. Should she stay? Should she leave? Should she, work on the relationship? Is she being selfish for, wanting her needs and her desires and knowing that he wasn't measuring up to what she needed? And so it was a lot of different emotions that she was feeling. Yeah, sometimes red flags appear and we need to find out if it is truth, if it is the truth, and it is our own trauma confusing us. Yes, that's exactly how Journee was feeling. She didn't have the evidence, but something in her intuition was definitely telling her that something was completely off. And so when that chapter had ended, it went left for Journee, completely left. And so one of the things that Journee struggled with, of course, was staying in a relationship. And she really had gotten to the point where her cat literally flew off, because in the following chapter, what happens in the following chapter? After she comes from skating, she and her friend Izzy, she pull up on Case, and it's a lot that goes down in the following chapter entitled Ghetto Hot Entanglement Nest. What happened in the next chapter? Yes, I'm putting my teacher hat on, quizzing you guys. So Journee ends up, basically it went down. So Journee ends up running up to Case, and she punches him in the face, because at this point she's just so frustrated and really annoyed with the events that led up to that point. And so, yes, Mr. Joshua, that's a great way to put it. Acrimony. She was just done and two through. And so in that particular chapter, she ends up going to jail for her actions and the decisions that she made in a split moment, right? And sometimes we have to be careful of decisions that we make in the moment. And although Journee's feelings were valid and she had every right to be upset and angry, it landed her in jail. She didn't deserve jail. Yes, I agree. Journee did not deserve jail. Emotions can get the best of us. Absolutely. So my question to you guys, so there were 4 main characters in Life After Her, and of course, Journee was one of them. Case, Izzy, and Gracie. And if you guys have read the book, you would have learned a little bit more about their personality, their characteristics, how they were. And when you are reading any type of art or some type of form of creation, you can sometimes find yourself really relating to a character or a person. So was there a character in the book that you guys may have related to? And it doesn't necessarily have to be the 4 main characters, but any character that you found yourself really relating to. And who was that character? Shakira, can you relate to any of the characters?
I sure could relate to a character. Her name is Strength. My. Ooh, Strength was a very interesting character. She had to hold down the fort, being the oldest. You know, it was challenging. It was fun. It was a great learning experience. And yeah, Strength. That name in itself gave her strength to be able to deal with different things and cope with all the different situations, seeing things from a different eye perspective and being the oldest. It was not okay to see siblings going through that at all. And that's about all I could say because, you know.
Yeah.
Nicole, this is Vanessa. I would say Izzy.
Okay, why do you see yourself?
Just simply because from the beginning, she was always there for you. She was the ride or die friend, and she was very loyal. So for me, I would identify with Izzy because that's the kind of person I am. Izzy, she was there. So I loved Izzy. So that's who I could identify with, Izzy.
Thank you for sharing. Anyone else? They said she related to Journee in different ways and Strength also. Okay, Faith, did you want to share in what way you related to Journee and or Strength?
Well, Strength in the way, in terms of the role that I play in my family. And it can be a bit of a challenge. And I kind of still kind of feel that way, just it's different, you know, and I like what somebody just put in the chat, like different phases of your life, you know what I mean? You might identify differently. But just in terms of kind of being like the caretaker, the go-to person, and kind of trying to keep the glue, kind of keeping everybody together and in order. You know, it could be a lot sometimes.
Yeah.
And then also as Journee, especially in terms of making certain decisions in life around relationships as well, you know, and career. So it's always kind of been like those 2 kind of things. And sometimes, you know, it kind of, I can't think of a better way to put it, kind of cancels things out sometimes. Like it's trying to get them both and kind of balance them.
Yeah.
I can understand that, you know, that dynamic.
Yeah, trying to get them both, that really sat with me. For Journee, she wanted the relationship, but she knew the relationship she had wasn't very good or healthy or productive for her. So trying to get the best of both worlds. Yeah, definitely. Okay, Nichelle said all of them at some phases in her life because of her own brokenness at moments. Yes, definitely being able to relate to all of them. Because when we are in different phases in our lives, we're growing, we're developing, we're in different seasons. And so there are parts of us that grow, that stay with us, or that grow, and you may outgrow those certain, habits or personalities, but that's the point, right? Life after hurt, to continue to heal and just grow from our experiences. Anyone else? Does anyone else want to share what character they related to the most?
Even though she's a female.
What'd you say?
Even though she's a woman, definitely Gracie, because I'm the holier than thou friend. I'm the conscience when people are about to act up, and remind them, what are you doing? Especially a lot of my friends when they tell me what they want to do. And then I tell them, no, that's not the answer. And then, of course, after I get done telling them that's not the answer, they still go into
Yeah.
all day, and they come crying back to me to pray for them. What should I do now?
Mm-hmm.
But no, but I'm always still trying to be that, that one that gives them. I like her because it reminds me of, you remember the cartoons with sometimes when somebody's about to do something, you have like the angel on one side and the devil on the other, trying to tell you what you should do. Sometimes they go with one, sometimes they go with the other. But I said, I always try to be that one that's giving somebody advice, or, saying, I don't think you should do that. Even if I see they ain't gonna follow through and still act a fool afterwards,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be there after the fact. I'm like, okay, you shouldn't have did that, but I'm gonna be right there.
Right. Right, exactly. Always being there for individuals in spite of their decisions, right? That's a true friend, right? We can say that. Sister Lynette said, Journey, some of the pain and relationships. Yes, we've all have been there and experienced some type of hurt in relationships. And so, speaking of relationships, one of the things that was very, very important to Journey was the community she built around her relationship. So it was when she went to college where she was able to be a part of a community that really helped her to grow personally, spiritually, mentally, and emotionally. And we actually, some of my friends who are on here now from the school I attended are a part of the book. And we had talked about community and how important it is to be surrounded around community, not just any community, healthy community, because that affects the decisions that we make, the people, we stay connected to. It really does impact the decision. And not only that, it also impacts your purpose and what you are supposed to do on earth. And so community is very, very important. So with that said, my question to you all is, why is community so important in the healing process? We've all experienced some type of hurt, pain, or have been through experiences that was disappointing, and determining who you surround yourself around really determines how you heal, because there are toxic ways of healing and healthy ways of healing. So why is community so important for you personally in the healing process?
Hello, Nicole. This is Vanessa. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I just want to simply say, I believe community is important. Not to go into anything, I would just like to share with everyone, Nicole was in my life at a very hard time in my life because of pain. And Nicole was the one that was one of the strongest people in my community that helped me get through the pain and helped me have hope that I could be whole again. So for me, it's the strength of one person or a community of people when you're not strong enough to be strong for yourself. And Nicole Sweeney helped me get to the other side of strength. So I just want to say thank you, Nicole.
You're welcome, Vanessa. Thank you for sharing that.
And sometimes you just need an ear. Hi, it's Lynette. Sometimes you just need an ear, somebody to listen, you know, and just be there for you. So a community has gives you a lot of support that way too. Not beating you down, encouraging you that it's going to be okay. You know, just keep going, give you, the strength to go on.
Absolutely, being in air is important, and I like that you said not beating you down, because that does happen, unfortunately, a lot in communities, and it's important to surround yourself around people who will uplift you and motivate you, even in your mistakes and in your mess, to help you to move forward, because they see, that there is more in store for you. So thank you for sharing that, Sister Lynette. Anyone else?
Hello, Nicole, this is Angela.
Hi,
Hello.
Angela.
Congratulations to you and God bless.
Thank you. God bless you.
Well, when you asked that question, I believe it's the African proverb. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, that it takes a village to raise up a child. And that's what a community is. It's a village, you know. And I know I was raised up in that type of community, whether some things was good, some things were bad, but that's what shaped me, molded me, and helped me to deal with some of the things I, get through now. So yeah, that's what just jumped right at me. It takes a village.
Yes, thank you for saying that, Angela. It does take a village, right? They say it takes a village to raise a child, but I think it takes a village to help people heal, for us to heal one another. So thank you for sharing, Angela. Your community will help you get through tough times. Your community will build you up, provide ongoing support as needed. They also practice tough love. Yes, that is needed. Tiara, thank you, Faith, for saying that. Tiara said community is a mirror and reflects our blind spots. Yes, absolutely. So things we cannot see, or things that we see that we don't want to see, community helps us to face those things, whether we want to or not. Yes, awesome. All right, let's move on to the next question. So in the book, I talk about Journee's siblings and a situation that happened with Journee and two of her siblings, her older siblings, and she actually got them in trouble. So the story goes like this. So Journee and the rest of her siblings are in the bedroom in their one-bedroom apartment with Mama and Papa Black. And I'm not going to name the siblings because some of the siblings are on the line now, and I don't, want to judge them for what they did back in the day. So I'm just saying two siblings decided to go out the window onto the fire escape and get a coin, a nickel or a quarter. I can't remember what it was, but mind you, the Black family was living on the second floor, or was it the fourth floor? Either way, whatever floor it was on, they were little and they were not supposed to be on a fire escape climbing out the window. So they come back in, and as soon as they come in the window, Mama Black busts in the room. She says, "What y'all doing?" And Journee told on them, y'all. I know that was horrible. What happened to the bro code or sister code? Right, Shakira, you can't confirm or deny. Don't worry about it. You ain't got to confirm or deny tonight. We just gonna let it live. So with that said, so the story ends, Journee. So Journee ends up getting her siblings in trouble, and Mama Black goes in on these two siblings. So have you guys ever told on your sibling or been told on by your sibling? And if you're only child, a cousin, a friend that told on you? And what was the outcome? The Black family couldn't have been the only family that experienced that. So I definitely would love to hear some stories. She gave us that let go, let go. Yes, face. Journee was a snitch. Journee was a snitch. No fault of her own. She was young and she didn't know any better. Okay, yep, Tiara, you was the oldest and a snitch. See, it doesn't have, it could be anybody in the family. It could be the oldest, the middle child, like snitches don't, you know, it don't discriminate. Any stories anyone want to share? Yeah. Right.
I will, because my brother was bad. It sounded like y'all was bad too. So I'll share a story about how him and his friend decided to play Super Soaker after my mother, she didn't like kids in the house when she was at work. So he decided to play Super Soaker and run in and out the house, getting water for his water gun. But they left the faucet running and the sink plugged. And they were at this for like 2 hours. When my mother got home, the water was literally up to the calf. And the way our kitchen was set up is it was a kitchen, a dining room, and like this small room attached. So this was like miles of a floor filled with water up to the calf. And she walked in and she whooped everybody. And of course I snitched, so I wouldn't get a whooping. I still got a whooping because she said I was supposed to be supervising them, but
Yeah, that's how it goes. If one get in trouble, everybody gonna get a whooping because everybody got to be made an example out of, right? So that sounds about right. I got a whooping when I snitched because it took me long to answer. Oh wow, Sister Lynette, because it took you long to answer. Yeah, see, that is funny. Anyone else would like to share? Okay, so who was your favorite character in Life After Her and why? Who was your favorite character in Life After Her and why? There were several characters in the book, but I would like to know who was your favorite character and what made them your favorite character?
I would say who my favorite character was Mama Black, because she set in stone the path for her children's future. She, started attending church while the kids were still young, and that helped start to build a foundation for the children's future. And that really, really, really helped us to be able to walk by the steps, walk by faith, and it really helped. So she knew what she was doing ages ago. She knew, and now we see, like, oh, okay, I get it now, as an adult. So that's what we have to continue on, the legacy with our children.
Yeah. I agree. Mama Black was my favorite character too, Shakira, and I don't think I need to add anything on to what you said because you said it perfectly. The legacy, and she set the foundation. Okay, Sister Lynette said Journee was her favorite character because of her innocence and forgiveness. Wow. Thank you, Sister Lynette, for sharing.
Nicole, I'm not sure, this is Vanessa, if I have like a favorite, because I liked Strength, Izzy, but Papa Black and your grandparents. All the different times you guys had to move, the different tragedies, how your father just stood strong, and it just showed the strength of your family. So I'm not going to say I have a favorite, but Papa Black was just like a strong man, and your grandparents always there to receive you guys and to take you in, take the family in. But Papa Black was a strong man when he had the issue with his eyes at work and the burning of the house. I mean, just everything. I can say so much, but so I would say Papa Black.
Thank you, Vanessa.
Can I add to that, Nicole?
Sure.
I really appreciate what Vanessa just said, because I was thinking the same thing, and it's the same. It's not, there's different characters. I like a lot of the characters, but those that kind of stood out for certain reasons. Papa Black was one because of, especially in society, the negative kind of, stereotypes of Black men. The assumption that Black men are absent from their families, that do not, take care of their responsibilities. And I just think that, Papa Black just shattered all of those negative stereotypes of Black men. And to have so many children and especially daughters, and just like, the consummate like girl dad.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
And just, being there for the family. And it especially stood out because I just saw King Richard last night. And so just seeing that again, Black fathers, and what they give to their families and what they instill in their children, it was just very powerful.
Thank you for sharing that, Faith. Auntie Joanne said Mama Black was her favorite because of her endurance and her strength. Absolutely. Mama Black was certainly strong and she endured a lot.
Nicole, can I ask you a question? This is Vanessa.
Sure.
This just kind of popped in my head because I was the one that read the book in like 1 or 2 days because it was so thrilling and captivating. Didn't you mention one time about Papa Black, you guys were somewhere and he always made sure that you guys walked in front of him or something like that, correct? Can you say that again for me? For some reason that's popping in my head right now.
Yeah, so Papa Black in the book, we would always go to different places. So it would be, of course, Papa Black, Mama Black, all the girls, and of course, our brother Meaven, who we cannot forget about. But he would always make sure that all the girls and Mama Black walked in front of him, whether we were, going to the store or at the park, getting out the car. He would ensure that we always remained in front of him so that he could see, us. And it was just another form of him protecting his family. And so that was a tradition that he had always done with his family.
Thank you, Nicole.
You're welcome. Anyone else? Who was your favorite character and why?
Elder, definitely Elder Bluestone.
Elder Bluestone, okay.
Yes, especially because I always love, I don't want to call it the little guy, but in a culture where we're only focusing on what one person does or what on the head of the leader does, it was just refreshing to see just how involved the others are, just how involved Elder Bluestone was in their lives, and him and Deaconess Bluestone, and of course, just that ability to be there and realize you don't have to be the one in charge. You don't always got to be like, the big great one, to make an impact, because you see how impactful he was during the course of the story. And I just love it because it just reminded me of so many of the deacons and the ministers that looked out for you when I was a child still look out for me till this day, and just how their love, their support, that extra foundation outside of my biological parents and grandparents that they fostered in me, being there, being able to sometimes pick me up from school if my parents were busy with work. Or I remember one time where literally one of the ministers at my church, they literally offered, just so they could spend time with me, to pick me up one school break, and they drove all the way from North to Pennsylvania to pick me up, just to take me home, and just so that they could get a few hours with me, especially after being away for school for a minute. So that's moments like that was just so meaningful, and said just the importance of having those extra foundations, so it just reminded me so much of that. And I guess an inspiration of that type of person I want to be, where it's like, even if I'm not always in the forefront, still being an impact even behind the scenes.
Yeah, that goes back to what we were talking about earlier about community and having the right people around you. And each of us is the community as well. And so if there are people in your circle, your network, I definitely encourage you, and I'm sure you guys are doing this already, to invest in other people, pour into other people and build up other people, because that's what makes the lineage of community continue to grow and heal and be better for the future. So absolutely, absolutely. Yes, Sister Vanessa. The deacons, ministers, sister, elders of the church was like additional family members. Yes, they were. So in one of the chapters, Journee actually talks about her experience with God and her faith. So in the chapter is called Love's Confession, and it is chapter 42 actually. And she, at this point, has graduated college, but she is without a job. She is bone dry, no money, no car. She doesn't have her own apartment. She's staying in Casey's apartment. And so she has nothing to her name. So one day she walks, she goes for a walk, and she finds a $5 bill on the ground. This $5 bill, she purposed in her heart to actually give it to the offering at church one Sunday morning, and she did it without second guessing. The following Sunday, one of the deacons at the church walked up to her and hands her an envelope, and just out of the blue. Journee and him never had a conversation previously, but he just ends up handing her this envelope. Journee didn't know what it was, so she gives him a hug and a kiss and is very grateful that she just received something, because again, she was not working. She had nothing, literally. So she goes downstairs to the church bathroom and she opens up the envelope and sees that it's a $100 bill. And in that moment, Journee knew that her faith in God was taken to another level. And so I encourage all of you that are on this call to obey and trust God, because you just never know what He has for you around a corner. So I just wanted to share that with you. And we are actually going to wrap up right now. Shakira, were there any more raffle questions? I don't remember who the winners were, but I hope.
We don't have any more raffle questions, but if anyone has created a glass, a wine glass or a cup, show that off. Let's showcase that. Let's see your creative work. Let's see what any of you have done. Turn on those cameras. Let's see your creative work. I love creativity. I'll start off with mine.
You added bling to yours.
I added bling to the top. Don't mind my water and my juice.
We're not judging.
Ooh, pretty.
Oh, that's pretty, Miss Joanne.
Vanessa, can I see yours again?
Sis, I don't have one, sis.
I thought you put something up.
No, I want to be like you, but I don't have one.
No, we each other. We each other. I'm sorry, my eyes deceived me, but I saw something. Thank you.
I liked Miss Joanne's glass. That was really nice.
It was nice.
Okay. So I want actually to give anyone an opportunity to either ask me questions or share something about the novel before we wrap up. And there's one more video I would like to share with everyone. Any questions for your favorite author?
Nicole, this is Vanessa. It just popped in my head when the man came and took Papa Black money for the new house. That was devastating.
That was very devastating.
So how did all of you feel after Papa had to tell you you weren't going to that new house and the man stole the money?
Strength, did you want to answer first?
Well, I was a little young, but I was the oldest, so I had slightly a better kind of understanding. But I was confused. I didn't understand, but then I was upset, all in one, because it was a lot of us, and this house would have gave us more room. Hence, my own room.
There she go.
So it was traumatizing for both my parents. It was.
Yeah. Yeah, like for me, I was young, so I didn't really conceptualize everything that was happening. I just know the man took the money and we weren't going to move into the house that we all had really liked. And so, as a kid, I think you just kind of roll with the punches because you don't really understand what's going on. I just knew that we were going to be homeless a little longer. That's something that I did the process at that age. Like, okay, well, we're not going to have our own home at this time, so we'll still be staying with Grandpa Joe. So, good question. You got the book memorized, huh, Vanessa?
I'm not, if we would have did this like when you first written it, yeah, I think I had memorized everything. But I just want to say congratulations to you. I wanted to say, I think it took a lot of courage for you to write this book. And I just want to say congratulations to you as your big sister. And I'm very, very proud of you. So I wanted to acknowledge you publicly.
Thank you, Vanessa. Thank you.
Hi, Nicole.
Hi, Sister Tracy.
How are you? I just want to thank you for sharing your story. I know we all have a story, but thank you for putting your life out there. I truly enjoyed it. It was a job well done. Loved how you started out with skate night and ride and die, and then we end towards the end. Here it was again. So very nicely done. Congratulations, and I'm proud of you. I love the person you evolved into after the hurt. And as life goes on, we'll be hurt again. But with God in the vessel, we can smile at the storm. And so I laughed and I cried with Mama Black. You know how I relate to that. And it was a wonderful, wonderful read. God bless you, and may you continue to put more out there. God bless you. Love you.
Love you, Sister Adi. Thank you so, so very much. Sister, let's see. Okay, Auntie said, each one has something I gained from Journey. So sweet and kind, the way Mama and Black raised you all. Yes, we gotta shout out Mama and Papa Black. They kept us together. They kept us together. All right, well, I am going to share a quick video with you all, and then we will say, see you later. So let's see. Give me one moment. Are y'all still alive on the other end? You guys are so quiet tonight.
Deb, can you hear me?
Oh, yes, I can hear you, Dana.
Oh, I'm on iPhone. I can't see, but I just wanted to congratulate you on your 1-year anniversary. I love you, and I'm very proud of you.
Thank you, Dana. I love you too. Thank you so much for coming. All right. All right. Thank you all for joining. Before I close out, I have to thank my big sister, Shakira, for hosting and working with me behind the scenes and making my amazing shirt. Do you guys see my shirt? She made my shirt. She made my Life After Her cup. She does it all. So thank you, Shakira, so much for just your support.
You're absolutely welcome. You're absolutely welcome.
And thank you all for joining. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Have a good evening, everyone.
Thank you, Nicole. Thank you, Shakira.
You're welcome.
This was
You're welcome. Have a good evening.
Have a good evening, everybody.
Job well done.
Job well done, Nicole.
Thank you. Thank you.